This is Chicago's very own WGN Evening News at 4.
A fourth woman is now suing music mogul Sean Combs, claiming he sexually assaulted her when she was just a teenager.
The woman claims the president of Combs' Bad Boy Records picked her up when she was just 17 years old and still in high school. This was back in Michigan in 2003. She was flown in a private jet to New York and met with Combs during a recording session. The woman claims that Combs and others got her drunk and then took advantage of her before putting her on a plane back to Detroit. Diddy has steadfastly denied the allegations.
Over the past month now, maybe more, social media has been bombarding my algorithm with clips about Diddy and how dirty and immoral he is. It seems everyone is talking about it right now. This was never news to me, as I've made content exposing all of this many times. I'm happy people are now seeing how dirty this guy really is. But it seems that though many people are recognizing just how nasty people like Diddy are, it seems that there's something that most people have not picked up on. I wanted to make a quick message to get people to open their eyes and really think about what is truly being revealed to you. I'm sincerely asking that everyone wake up and pay attention to what they are not telling you and how you're being played, because you're being played. Look at this. Harvey Weinstein, convicted of rape and sexual assault. Kevin Spacey, accused of rape and sexual assault. Bill Cosby, convicted of sexual assault, accused of rape. R. Kelly, convicted of producing child pornography and enticing a minor to engage in sexual activity. Russell Brand, accused of rape and sexual assault. Cuba Gooding Jr., accused of rape and sexual assault. Snoop Dogg, accused of sexual assault. Russell Simmons, accused many times of rape and sexual assault. Jamie Foxx, recently accused of sexual assault. And Sean Diddy Combs, accused of rape, sexual misconduct, and sexual abuse. Now be clear, I can keep going on and on with many different names. I don't think that's surprising. Maybe you're the devil's advocate type and want to say that all these accusations are not true, or it's all about something bigger behind the scenes. I mean, I agree with that actually, because the whole industry, I believe, is a part of that kind of behavior. So whoever's being called out right now is happening probably because of other reasons. But regardless of that, what people don't recognize is that all these people who are famous and have been paid millions of dollars to influence you, there is something really dirty going on that they are all a part of. They're nasty, they're dirty people. There is some kind of sexual perversion that is behind the curtains in our entertainment industry that we all know about, but we all just ignore. Like I said, my algorithm is going crazy with all this stuff. I saw clips about Diddy having Usher at his house for a year when he was 13, saying he had legal custody of Usher. And then later on, Usher's artist Justin Bieber is sent to Diddy to spend 48 hours with him, but Diddy doesn't say that he has legal custody of him, but he's got him for 48 hours. All that coming out right before Usher is going to do his Super Bowl performance. I think they're all just doing humiliation rituals and a whole bunch of other stuff. But my algorithm is showing me nonstop stories about perverts and sexual deviants who have done things people should never do. And these are celebrities. They went back to the archives and talking about Aaron Hall, and he's just being looked at crazy too because he was saying some crazy stuff in his music.
All the doors are locked, baby, and I have you inside. You can yell and you can hear me. It's just making me move.
That was just crazy. I mean, it has me going back thinking about Keith Sweat starting off a song like this.
You may be young, but you're ready. You're not a little girl, you're a woman.
And R. Kelly has always been the biggest pervert. We all know that. Most of us saw his sex tape and him pissing on that little girl. It's ridiculous. My point to all is to bring up the major elephant in the room that most people are not addressing. And that's the fact that the majority of us are so caught up in gossip that we don't recognize that all the people who have been entertaining us and that have been influencing us for years are perverts. They live nasty, unclean lifestyles and partake in actions that our morality once did not condone. But once these people cut a check, give a major donation, do an interview, go to jail and come out, we forget that we were being entertained by a savage. Everyone is ignoring that we are being entertained by wolves and savages. And the truth is that we only really know a very small extent to what truly is going on. They call it Hollywood for a reason. There is nothing but evidence of these people engaging in the worst kind of immorality. But these are our heroes. These are the people that we were once influenced by and that our children are influenced by. So look at the problems today. If you believe our men are soft and weak, look at the men influencing them. They're soft and they're weak. If you believe a lot of our men are sexual predators, look at the men influencing them. Most of these men are sexual predators. If you believe our women act too whorish, look at the women influencing them. Most of them act like whores. None of this is a coincidence. So I want to tell you, you must know you are what you eat. And if you've been paying attention, you would see that not only is the content that they have been serving you that has been vulgar, immoral, unclean, scandalous, improper, over-sexualized, debauchery, and filth. Not only should you be aware of how wicked this content is, but now you should also know that you're being told that these people that are making this content are just as bad or even worse in their personal lives. But what do? What do we do? We all follow them still. Look at their influence. Their social media followers, they're not reducing, they're increasing. We still listen to their songs, we're still watching their movies. We still share their stories on social media when they make posts. And here's the thing I don't think you recognize. Without you saying you do, you have declared you tolerate wickedness and that it really doesn't matter to you. And if it does matter to you, then you need to do something about it. Right now, with all that's being exposed, there should be a movement of unfollowing people and actually canceling these people. Actually really canceling them. Not that fake cancel culture that the system directed our thoughts to and told us what we should care about. I want you to think about it. They will cancel you for saying something's anti-Semitic or speaking against their solution. But if you're just a horrible, immoral person with too many coincidences to count, as long as you know where to cut the check, you're good. We are so controlled, we cancel the people who they tell us are bad instead of canceling people because they're actually just bad people. We have to be told to cancel them. I really want you to think about this industry. Do you remember that these people made songs and videos like this, maybe not even a decade ago? They said everyone knows that they're a monster, while they had some crazy dead people with them doing some crazy nonsense. I mean, just a year ago, didn't Diddy win a Lifetime Achievement Award? And then last year, he comes out with an album with a highly mind-controlling, hypnotic song saying, "Be bad." It was mind-controlling and crazy. For me, I'm personally tired of it all. Not just of these sellouts like Diddy. Most of us, we've been known what time Diddy's been on. I'm tired of all the weak, double-minded men and women that say that they hate these things, but they still follow these people. I made this quick video to let you know that you are being played. They're running mind games and distractions on you. The system knows how wicked these people are. They all do the same stuff. They don't really care about this. All they're doing is giving you evidence of it. You can't ignore it. You can't hide that you don't know. They keep showing you how wicked everyone is. And as a society, we all say, it doesn't matter. There's no movement. There's no outcry against it. There's no stand against them or any full rejection of people who not only have built a business and a brand off of promoting filth and debauchery to multiple generations of a population. There's no stand against them just for doing that, but even more and worse, that they engage in even worse behavior in their personal lives. But yet they're still relevant. They still have a following, and they're not chastised. Here's the real thing for you people that you really need to hear. Your heroes are not heroes. They're just sellouts that know how to do what they're told by their masters. They sold you out. They're sellouts. And the only reason that they're famous and they're rich or whatever it is because they know how to do what their masters tell them to do. This man made a track saying, "Be bad," and told it to a whole generation. Really? What do you think that he's going to do? He's telling you how he lives. This man and many others like him should have been canceled by us a long time ago. But as a whole, he hasn't been because we don't care. And I can speak personally about Diddy because I'm a New Yorker. I mean, there's a time he owned the airwaves. I mean, he owned music, a whole generation of music. And so it took me a long time to break free from all that nonsense and that mind control that he had us under, him, Jay-Z, Nas, all of them. And so I have a special beef with all of them, and I do not want people to follow them and listen to them because it's toxic. These are toxic people spreading toxic behavior, destroying generations of their own people. With all these allegations coming out, it should not be a surprise to us that he did these things when he himself hypnotically told us to be bad.
Act bad, 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 act bad.
That's all I'm getting at. And I know, I don't think most people will care about what I'm trying to say. I know for the most part the hearts and minds of the population are gone. But I am telling anyone who at least is still trying to hold on to their morals and values and wants to raise their children with morals and values that you need to review how the system has been playing you. Many of you have been tested and you have failed. You need to know that. You tolerate actions and behaviors from celebrities that you would not tolerate from your own family. You tolerate immorality. You tolerate sin. And you condone it for the worst human beings alive. I want you to think about all the influence Diddy has had on our generations. On the East Coast, he was the first major one to bring mainstream rap with his label Bad Boy. He brought Biggie into our homes. He had Lil' Kim pose on our album with her legs wide open, having us lust after her. I will never forget the first time I saw those images. That's what I was looking for in the streets. But then think about what she did to our women. Think about the words of her first track.
I used to be scared of the now I throw lips to the handle it like a real.
And Biggie had massive hits, having everyone chant when they died they wanted to go to hell. Diddy promoted the culture of get money. He made that be our lifestyle. He was the first main pioneer of that. He was not just an artist, but an owner of a label. He was at the top of it. He brought about a culture in our society that we have never been able to break free from. And today we see it's clear that it wasn't just imaginary in his music. He lived that lifestyle behind the scenes. And then to top it all, they have added TD Jakes to all of this just to show us how perverted this world really is. You might not recognize that they could have kept TD Jakes out of this whole thing. They're just adding on to it. You see, the amount of influence both of these men have had cannot be understated. This is what you need to understand about this world. You see, this isn't investigative journalism that brought all this out. This isn't about Cassie and her strength and coming out with all these things. If they wanted to, they could really stop all these things from being spread in our algorithms. If they didn't want us to know about it as a majority, they wouldn't spread it in our algorithms. They want us to know that our leaders are corrupt and perverse because they are declaring that because of our lack of care, we are in their new world. We tolerate sin, we tolerate immorality, and we are rebellious. To us, it's just gossip, but it doesn't change anything. It doesn't change us or how we interact with them because we now accept it. It's to each his own. Do what thou wilt. Our society, as a majority, accepts Satanism. And please understand, this is not just about Diddy. This is about all of them. The ones mentioned and the ones not mentioned. All these people are wicked and they are only supported and given fame because of people like you that accept them, even though they have shown themselves to be wolves and predators that perform actions that you wouldn't accept from your own blood. If these people did these things to your family specifically, you would not tolerate it from them. And yeah, maybe you can say, oh, we don't know really what's true or what's not. Listen to their music. Listen to what they've been telling us to do and how to live for decades. Right now, because he's relevant for the next few days or so before anything else is used to distract us, Diddy highlights our hypocrisy well and our love and tolerance of wickedness. But again, this is much bigger than Diddy, and it's time you start holding yourself accountable. You might not be able to see it because they're distracting you, but this place is being set to burn, and they're trying to take you down with them. The more you tolerate this wickedness, the more you set yourself up to be judged right along with the rest of them. The Bible says, do not be deceived. Evil company corrupts good habits. And so if these are the people that you have allowed to entertain you, and they have been in your mind for decades, keeping you company as you turn your brain off and allow yourself to be entertained by them, it is easily seen why you might have so many bad, immoral habits that you didn't have a decade ago, or that your parents or your grandparents have scolded you about. This is what these people get paid millions for. You need to get rid of this bad company. As the scripture I just read continues, it also says, awake to righteousness and do not sin, for some do not have the knowledge of God. I speak this to your shame. You see, these people do not have the knowledge of Yah. You have to make sure you do not sin with them and let them entice you to. Depart from evil and do good. Speak peace and pursue it. The eyes of Yahuwah are on the righteous, and his ears are open to their cry. The face of Yahweh is against those who do evil, to cut off the remembrance of them from the earth. These people are going to be cut off. That's Psalm chapter 34, verses 14 through 16. The fate for many of these people is not a good one. You do not want to be a part of them. So let's keep it real. Many of you do not want to, but you have unknowingly accepted, tolerated, and condoned evil. You are being played. Watching gossip about the wicked without shunning them and rejecting them will make you share in their sins. What I'm bringing to your attention is the game that is being played with you without you even knowing it, because that's how dangerous social media is. We have condoned immorality in our hearts. And many will say, yeah, I don't care about Diddy, or yeah, I've been saying this about TD Jakes. But the thing is that you're a hypocrite, because it's not just them. This is the whole industry. Just take a look at all of our music. Take a look at all the influence. Take a look at what hip hop means today. It's everything. It's not just these main people. It's everyone. Everybody that's trying to get a record deal, everyone that's trying to make music to be a part of this industry, you share in that culture. I don't care about Diddy. I don't care just about these single people. It's the whole thing. It's all about immorality. Nobody's over here teaching people how to be better and to be better people for Yah. Even the people that are talking about in Christian rap, a lot of them are compromised. That you can't follow this industry. Diddy made a fortune on promoting these actions in his music. He promoted a culture of not caring about our women and treating them as sexual objects, and we ate it up. And then we went on to every other mainstream artist and accepted them too. From Nas to Jay-Z to Kanye to Migos to whoever else. They're all the same, but we accept it. We have embraced it. And to add to it, knowing that TD Jakes has been going to Diddy parties, that should shut his church down. But it hasn't. Imagine a man once called a pastor of America being exposed that he sits among filth and wickedness. I mean, they'll compare him to Jesus and say, well, Jesus sat with sinners. It's ridiculous. What is being exposed is our tolerance to evil. Too many of you love evil, and you're going to be taken down by it. The devil is declaring that he's got you, that he has your soul, that you like his world. You like his satanic doctrine of do as thou wilt, do what you want. These revelations about Diddy are not about exposing him. It's exposing you. You are exposed. And so with that being said, if you actually do care about the Most High and do not want to align with satanic rebellion and perversion, you need to know right now you are being called out, but not in a bad way. If you're watching this, you are being called to be better and to stand up for what you know is right. Look at this man and all you have heard about him. The amount of wickedness that has been shared about him is ridiculous. But we still follow him because we're nosy and we like gossip. And we just think a share is a share, and social media is just about a few clips here and there. You cannot give people passes just because they're rich and they're famous. If they did this to your family, you would not feel the same way. These people do not deserve your loyalty. It's time you take a stand for what is right and live solely for it. Be a part of the movement that is putting Yah, the Most High, first, and turn away from these wicked individuals who have sold their soul for fame and fortune just so they can influence you to follow them to hell. Abhor what is evil and hold fast to what is good. That's Romans chapter 12, verse 9. And let me put you on to something else, because so many of you care about being liked and being accepted by everyone in this world. If you're choosing to be a part of this movement, which is about serving Yah and being ready and a part of his kingdom, you must know this movement, it will not be liked, and it will not be spread amongst the masses in social media. This will not be the popular thing to do. And then you also must be ready for deception and infiltrators. You will have infiltrators trying to latch on like that D1 character. Do not believe any of these people. This is not about getting likes on social media. This is about your soul, which is very, very much at stake right now. This is not a game. Do not be so desperate to be liked by the world and have celebrities and these other people co-sign your beliefs. Because if they are co-signing what you believe, you're believing in something false that's going to take you to hell. I promise you that. It's time for you to take a stand and live for what you know is right in your heart. Do not let these people continue to play you. Right now, if you're still following them, you are being played. Do not allow it to happen any longer. Listen, if you don't like Satan, stop acting like you do. Stop tolerating him. You don't have much longer to make the right decision. Choose Yahuwah, the Most High, right now, and stop being played like a fool by Satan. Listen, there's more I can say, but I'll stop right here with it. I'll say it again. If you don't like Satan, stop acting like you do. Please do not allow it to happen any longer. You've been warned, though. Be blessed. Hallelujah. Praise Yah. Okay, thanks again for watching. I was reading comments this week on this subject and I got a little provoked and I needed to get this off my chest. I don't think people are aware of what their algorithms are doing to them. Some things just needed to be said. Please be mindful and stay vigilant and awake. Be blessed. I love you all.